My beloved child, listen to me as the sun rises and the morning unfolds, for I want you to begin this day with your heart anchored in me. So many people rush into their day with burdens pressing on their shoulders, with thoughts racing and fears rising. But you, my chosen one, you are called to rise differently. You are called to place me at the very center, for when you put me first, everything else begins to align in ways you cannot even imagine. Do not lean on your own strength alone, for your strength is limited. But my strength has no end. Do not look only at what your eyes can see, for what I am arranging for you is far beyond your sight. Beloved one, spread my light further by sharing this prayer with others. And keep walking closely with me. Subscribe, and let each new word I speak find its way to your heart. My child, hear me when I say this. The order of your life is determined by the order of your heart. If you fill your heart with worry before you fill it with my word, you will stumble. But if you fill your heart with my presence before you face the world, you will stand strong against every storm. When you rise in the morning and your first thought is of me, you open a doorway for my peace to guard you, my wisdom to guide you, and my favor to cover you. This is why I say to you today, seek first my kingdom, and all these other things will be added to you. Now pray these words after me. Father, I seek your kingdom above my needs, above my desires, above my plans. Align my heart with yours, and let my choices today flow out of your will. If you have walked with me to the end of this prayer, write in the comments, Lord, you are first in my life. Let your words be both a testimony and a declaration. Do not be deceived, my beloved. The world will tell you that if you chase money, if you chase approval, if you chase opportunities, then peace and fulfillment will follow. But this is a lie that only leaves emptiness in the end. You were not created to live chasing shadows. You were created to live in the light of my presence. When you give me the first place in your day, you will discover that blessings do not have to be chased, they will chase after you. When you prioritize my presence, doors will open before you that no one can shut. When you put my word above your emotions, confusion will give way to clarity. Stay close, my child, for there is more I want you to hear. Your mornings are not small beginnings. They set the tone for everything that follows. The enemy tries to plant seeds of fear in the first moments of your day, hoping you will carry them like chains. But I call you to plant seeds of faith in the morning, so that your day becomes a harvest of peace and victory. This is why I long for you to give me your first words, your first thoughts, your first song of the day. For when you do, you invite me to walk beside you in every task, in every challenge, in every decision. Now, declare with me, Lord, I offer you the first words of my lips, the first song of my heart, the first thought of my mind. Walk with me today and let everything I do bring glory to your name. When you share this message, you become a vessel of my truth to others. When you subscribe, you make room for my voice to reach you again and again. Do not think that putting me first means you will live without trials, my child. No, trials will still come, but when I am first, the trials cannot destroy you. Waves will rise, but I will be your anchor. Fires may burn, but I will be your shield. Enemies may plot, but I will fight for you. Putting me first does not mean life will be without battles, but it guarantees that the battles will end in victory. For I have already overcome, and those who walk with me walk in triumph. My beloved, I see the burdens you carry silently. I see the concerns you don't speak out loud. But hear this. When you put me first, I take those hidden weights and exchange them for rest. When you seek me, Before you seek solutions, I'll provide answers you could never have found on your own. When you lift your heart to me in the morning, I fill it with a peace that carries you through the hardest hours of the day. This is why I ask for your first thought, your first prayer, your first step, because I long to carry you through what lies ahead. Say this with me. Father, I give you my hidden worries, my unspoken fears, and my silent burdens. I put them in your hands and receive your peace instead. My child, do not keep this word to yourself. Share it with others, so that they too may learn to put me first and see my hand move in their lives, and remain connected to this place of prayer by subscribing, so each new word reaches your heart in due time. My child, pause and listen deeply. Nothing in your life can fall into its proper place until I take my rightful place in your heart. Do not try to force what only I can arrange. Do not try to build with your own hands what only I can secure. When you put me first, your relationships begin to heal. Your mind begins to find clarity. Your path begins to open, and your soul begins to rest. When you honor me at the start, I honor you in the journey. When you trust me with the beginning, I bless you in the end. Beloved, I want to remind you that my presence is not meant to be visited like a guest. It is meant to be your dwelling place. If you only come to me in moments of need but neglect me in moments of peace, your heart will remain restless. But if you put me first every day, whether the skies are bright or the storms are dark, then you will find a joy that cannot be stolen. You will discover a strength that never fades. You will walk in a confidence that cannot be shaken. Now pray with me. Father, I will not treat your presence as a passing moment. I will dwell in you. I will remain in you. And I will put you first in every season of my life. As a sign of your faith, leave these words below. Everything falls into place when I put God first. By writing this, you confirm my truth and encourage others who read it. So my child, as you step into this new day, remember this truth. When you put me first, you are never last. When you honor me with your morning, I will honor you with my presence throughout the day. When you keep me at the center, I will surround you with my peace, my wisdom, and my blessings. Do not let this day slip into busyness without giving me your heart. For I am your Father who longs to walk with you, not just for a moment, but for every step. This is my word for you today, beloved. Go forth in peace, rise in faith, and know that as you put me first, all things will align for your good. My beloved child, as this new day unfolds before you, I am calling you once again to set your eyes on me before you set them on anything else. You see, the way you begin determines the way you walk, and the way you walk shapes the way you finish. If your steps are ordered by your own wisdom alone, you will stumble. But if your steps are guided by my Spirit, you will find that even the roughest path becomes a road of peace. I do not ask you to put me first because I desire to take from you. I ask you to put me first because I long to give you what no one else can provide. When I am first, everything in your life comes into divine order. Even the things that once felt scattered and broken begin to align according to my perfect design. Child, repeat this after me and let it rise from the depth of your soul. Lord, I give you my first thought, my first breath, and my first step today. You are the beginning and the end of all things, and I will walk this day in your guidance. Do not let the noise of the world drown out the whisper of my voice, for the world will shout its demands from the moment you wake. It will tell you that you must hurry, you must worry, you must chase after what slips like sand through your hands. But I am not in the rush, I am not in the noise, I am in the stillness where your soul finds rest. This is why I ask you to start your day with me, not with worry, not with fear, not with endless tasks, but with the calm of my presence. For when your heart is quiet before me, I can pour wisdom into you that no book, no voice, no plan could ever provide. So speak with me now, my child, as I teach you this prayer. Father, still my heart from every noise and worry. Let my first moments belong to you, and let my thoughts be ordered by your peace. Beloved, you must understand that putting me first is not only about giving me the first minutes of your morning. It is about giving me the highest place in your heart. For if I am first in your heart, then I will be first in your choices, first in your desires, first in your plans, and first in your relationships. Too often my children say they love me, but when decisions arise, they lean on their own understanding instead of seeking my counsel. I want to remind you today that when you place me at the center of your decisions, you are not losing freedom, you are finding it. For freedom without guidance leads only to chains, but freedom under my direction leads to life. Pray these words with me. Lord, take your rightful place at the center of my heart. Let every decision I make today flow from your wisdom, and not from my own limited understanding. My child, listen closely, for I know the weight you carry. There are things you are trying to control, things you are trying to fix, things you are trying to hold together with your own strength. But I say to you, release them into my hands. When you put me first, you no longer carry the burden alone, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. You may think that if you do not hold everything together, it will fall apart. But what you must know is that when you let go, I begin to hold. When you surrender, I begin to arrange. When you trust, I begin to align all things for your good. So lift your voice and say this with me. Father, I release what I cannot control. I surrender what I cannot fix, and I place every burden into your hands, trusting that you will make all things right. If this message has touched your spirit, let it not stop with you. Share it as a seed of hope for another soul, and subscribe so that my voice continues to guide you day after day. Do not let fear take the first seat in your heart, my beloved. Fear will always try to rise early, to be the first voice you hear, the first feeling you carry, the first weight that presses down upon your chest. But I remind you today that I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When you put me first, fear loses its authority, for my perfect love casts out all fear. Begin your day declaring my love over your life, and you will walk through this day clothed in courage. Declare this after me now. Lord, I cast down fear in the name of Jesus, for you are first in my life. I walk in your love, I stand in your power, and I rest in your peace. My child, know this truth deep within you. When I am first, even the smallest things in your day become filled with purpose. A task at work, a word spoken to a stranger, a quiet act of kindness. These become vessels of my glory when they are offered to me first. There is no part of your life too small for my hand to bless. No corner of your heart too hidden for my light to shine. Putting me first means inviting me into all things, the grand and the ordinary, the battles and the still moments. When you walk with me, nothing is wasted, nothing is meaningless, nothing is overlooked. Speak this prayer with me. Lord, I invite you into every detail of my day, from the smallest task to the greatest challenge. Be present, be first, and let everything I do glorify your name. Carry this word beyond your own walls. Share it with someone who needs to be reminded to put me first, and subscribe so you never miss the whispers I send to strengthen you each morning. Beloved, do not look at the success of others and think that you must run their race. When you put me first, I set your path, I define your pace, I secure your portion. Comparison is a thief that robs you of joy, but contentment in me fills you with peace. You do not need to measure your worth by the progress of others, for I have written a story for you that is unlike any other. When you keep me first, you will see that your path, though different, is blessed, and your pace, though slower at times, is perfect in my timing. Say these words with me. Lord, I refuse to compare my journey with others. You are first in my life, and I trust your timing, your plan, and your purpose for me. Child, listen again, for this is important. When I am first, blessings flow in ways you cannot contain, but blessings are not always the things the world celebrates. Sometimes blessings are doors opened, and sometimes blessings are doors closed. Sometimes blessings are victories won, and sometimes blessings are battles avoided. Do not despise the ways I bless you simply because they do not look like the blessings you expected. When you put me first, you learn to trust that my hand is working even when you cannot see it. My plan is unfolding even when you do not understand it. My blessings are shaping you even when they do not look like blessings at first. Speak this prayer after me. Father, open my eyes to see your blessings in every form. Teach me to trust that your ways are higher, your timing is perfect, and your gifts are always good. Beloved one, spread my light further by sharing this prayer with others. And keep walking closely with me. Subscribe, and let each new word I speak find its way to your heart. So, my beloved, walk through this day with your heart anchored in this truth. When you put me first, you lack nothing, for I am your shepherd, and I lead you into green pastures and still waters. When you put me first, you are never alone, for I am Emmanuel, God with you. When you put me first, you are never defeated, for I am your shield and your defender. This is the promise I leave with you as you rise and walk in the light of this day. I am your Father, I am your guide, I am your strength, and when I am first, everything else will fall into place exactly as it should. Now lift your voice one last time and pray with me. Lord, today and always, I put you first in my heart, my mind, my words, and my actions. Lead me, carry me, and let my life reflect your glory. Go now, my child, in the strength of these words, and remember that, as you put me first, you will see my hand in every part of your day, and nothing will be able to stand against you, for I am with you always. Mark this moment by writing in the comments. I choose to put God first today. Let the world know your commitment and let it strengthen others to do the same. My beloved child, once again I draw near to you at the dawning of this new day, and I whisper into the quiet of your spirit. Put me first and watch how everything you thought was impossible begins to take shape in ways you could never design on your own. You see, every sunrise is a reminder of my faithfulness, every breath you take is evidence of my mercy, and every step you are about to walk today is already known by me. I do not simply see your beginning and your end, I hold them both in my hands. This is why I call you to start with me. For when you begin with me, you begin with the one who has already finished the story. Child, let these words leave your lips now. Lord, I begin my day in your presence. I rest in your plan, and I trust that you hold my tomorrow. Beloved one, spread my light further by sharing this prayer with others. And keep walking closely with me, subscribe, and let each new word I speak find its way to your heart. You often wonder why things feel heavy, why your mind feels scattered, why peace seems far away. But do you not see, my beloved, that when I'm not placed first, everything else presses for that space? Worry rushes in to take the first seat, fear clamors to fill the first thought, and distractions fight to steal the first moments of your day. But when you invite me into the center, those voices lose their strength. My peace silences worry. My love casts out fear. My truth clears away confusion. This is why I long for you to give me your first thought, your first prayer, your first breath of the day. Now speak this with me. Father, push away the noise of fear and fill my first thoughts with your peace. Let my heart wake to your love, and let my mind rest in your truth. If you have walked with me to the end of this prayer, write in the comments, Lord, you are first in my life. Let your words be both a testimony and a declaration. Beloved, you have tried many times to fix your life with your own wisdom. You have worried through the night. You have planned through the day. And yet still some things remain unsettled. I am not telling you this to shame you, but to remind you of this truth. It is not by might, not by power, but by my Spirit that your life takes form. When you put me first, you are no longer leaning on your own strength, but on the endless strength of your Father. And when I carry you, no weight is too heavy, no path is too steep, no storm is too fierce. Lift your voice with me and say, Lord, I lean not on my own understanding. I rest in your Spirit, I trust your wisdom, and I put you first above my ways. My child, do not keep this word to yourself. Share it with others, so that they too may learn to put me first and see my hand move in their lives, and remain connected to this place of prayer by subscribing, so each new word reaches your heart in due time. My child, there will be moments in this day when you are tempted to run ahead of me. You will feel the urge to rush decisions, to grasp for control, to solve problems in your own timing. But I tell you, wait on me. For those who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Waiting on me is not delay. It is preparation. When you wait on me and put me first, you align your steps with the rhythm of heaven, and in that rhythm, there is no failure. Declare this prayer with me. Father, teach me to wait on you. Do not let me rush ahead of your plan. Strengthen me in patience and guide me in trust. Mark this moment by writing in the comments, I choose to put God first today. Let the world know your commitment and let it strengthen others to do the same. Do not forget, my beloved, that when I am first, even the enemies that rise against you are forced to bow. For who can stand against the Lord Almighty? Who can undo what I have decreed? When you hide yourself in me, when you dwell in my secret place, arrows may fly by day, and terrors may rise by night, but none shall harm you. This is the safety of those who put me first. They walk under the shadow of my wings, and no evil can prevail against them. Speak with me now these words of faith. Lord, I dwell in your secret place. I rest in the shadow of the Almighty. No harm shall overcome me, for you are first, and you are my refuge. When you share this message, you become a vessel of my truth to others. When you subscribe, you make room for my voice to reach you again and again. Go now, my beloved child, into this day with peace in your heart and faith in your steps. Remember, I am with you. I go before you. I surround you. And as long as I am first, nothing shall be lacking, nothing shall be wasted, and nothing shall be able to stand against you. Amen.